Hello you all lovely people, aliens and non-specific creatures. Welcome to today's video. Featuring Knock knock. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be with Tae, idiot. I think I'm needed here more urgently. What for? To beat me up? Why would I do that?
OMG, did you touch my banana milk?
No you prick. Because I am the reason, the other half of your whole turtle is in the hospital. The love of all your lifetimes. Hyung, it wasn't your fault. How wasn't it? I knocked that stupid ass pot over, didn't I? No. You got up abruptly, and accidentally bumped into the table, causing the pot to tip over, and fall onto Tae's lap. It was laws of physics in action, nothing more. Wow, okay Namjoon. Still though. If I hadn't freaked out, it wouldn't have happened. And if we hadn't let Stanley into your safe place, you wouldn't have freaked. So it's easily as much our fault as it is yours. Don't tell yourself you're the
only one to blame for an honest mistake.
It's not your job to adjust your lives to my feelings. But it is our job to listen to you, when you say something is hard for you to handle. Which you said loudly and clearly. But Hyung, just stop. You're not gonna win this argument. Tae getting hurt is not your fault. It was a stupid accident, caused by many of us acting stupid. And that's on period. How is he? Tae, I mean. They gave him painkillers, so he's doing pretty okay. And they got Disney Plus at the hospital, so he was one excited little bear. He has to stay there? Yes, but just for a night or two. He was quite freaked out, and out of it. Saying incoherent things. When does he ever not? Well, in a way that not even us understood. About falling from stars, and things going boom and stuff.
Boom, 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 boom.
That makes more sense than you think. It was Tae who sent me here. Poor baby bear got hurt, yet all he cared about was making sure you would be fine. Saying that he was hurting, but you were hurting more. Ugh cuck. That boy's care quota really never runs out, does it? Disgusting. A true care bear. So here I am, love Dr. Koo. Are you going to open the door for me, Hyung? No. I want to be alone. I didn't want to be found. Alexa, play Life. If you didn't want me to find you, you wouldn't have mentioned this place in your diary. Which you know I steal regularly. You're too smart for that. Let me in, Hyung. We can sit together, and we can keep texting instead of talking. I know you feel more comfortable writing than speaking. You're so annoying. Fine. What even is this place? This isn't just a place. This is my asylum.
These four white walls, they know more than my friends. They watch me type messages I'll never send.
It's great that you found a place to let down your guard completely, Hyung. But why is there a half-finished bathroom in the high basement? It's kinda creepy. Like who the fuck needs a bathroom in the basement? The ghost of Hype? Firstly, just because Jin isn't here, doesn't mean you just get to swear, you little shit. Secondly, I don't know. The architect probably fucked up. Or they got someone working in the archives with a weak bladder, or some shit. But it doesn't even have a toilet. Just a sink, and a shower. Then maybe the architect knew I like silence and sinks, The fuck do I know? Feels a bit like a bunker down here.
There could be a World War III going on outside.
And we'd probably miss it. That's the point. So, penny for your thoughts, Hyung? I only accept payment in the form of tangerines, or $3 chains. Tangerine for your thoughts then? You said some quite heart-wrecking things at that dinner table. Want to expand on that? Not really. Besides, that's pointless. You know all about it already. How would I know? I know I'm good at many things. But I can't read your mind. No, but you read my diary. I explained it all in there, so clearly you already know. Hyung, I haven't stolen your diary ever since the night when Chum and she went missing. I felt like all of this wasn't for me to know. Not unless you told me. Wow. Fucking great. Stop being a considerate little monster. This defeats the whole purpose. The purpose of what? You really don't get it, do you? Get what? It's like you said. I'm not dumb. I only mentioned this place in my diary, because I wanted you to be able to find me. So do you really think I'd just let my diary lay in the exact same spot every time, if I didn't want you to take it? Clearly if I didn't want you to read that shit, I would have hidden it better, after finding out you were stealing it. Which was fucking years ago. So you actually want me to read your diary?
There are things that
Right.
that I'd never have the confidence to say.
I only write the shit in there that I want to tell you about. It's my JK diary. I got a different one, with all the crap I don't want you to know. And that one, you'll never find. OMG Hyung. I had no idea. That's the softest thing ever.
My heart. Boom boom.
Yeah, clearly you had no idea, milky moron. You not stealing it defeats the whole damn purpose. Because now here we are, and yet you don't know what I wanted you to know. Dumbass. But why me? Why do you want me to be the one to know all those things you never tell? I mean, I feel incredibly touched. But I don't quite understand. We're close obviously. But within all 7 of us. I don't know. I guess I've always felt like you treat me most distant. Which is why I started stealing your diary in the first place. And why I annoy you especially much, to get your attention. You and Tae got your midnight conversations. You and Rapmin Hyung go on hour-long walks almost daily. You and Jin Hyung will sit under your sink, and just talk about everything and nothing. You and Jeo Hyungs are always together. But with me, I've always felt like I had to push extra much, to get your attention. And when I tried to get closer, you let me for a moment, but
Then you pull away as though we've crossed a line that I can't see.
why is it then, that you want exactly me to read your diary? Because I feel like we're most similar in many aspects. So I feel like you understand my thought process best. And judge the least. Then why wouldn't you let me closer? Why wouldn't you just talk to me about your thoughts? Rather than writing them down, for me to steal them? The reason I want you to read them is the reason why I've always tried keeping you at a distance.
I don't have to think.
You say you feel like a puzzle, made from pieces of your Hyungs. Right? I do, yes. And I'm proud of every single piece. You've always had a tendency of taking on other people's qualities easily. You used to feel quite lost, didn't you? So you were easily influenced by us. Is that a bad thing? You're all great people, so I turned out pretty great I think. No, it's not a bad thing. But I just didn't want to take any risks. What risks? I've always been shit at expressing myself through spoken words.
I cover up when I get scared. I act like I don't even care.
And that's only the start of it. By keeping you at a distance, I was just preventing you from taking on those shit qualities. Qualities that would have hurt not only you, but also the people around you. Are you saying you try to protect me from becoming like you? In some ways. I mean, think back. You already have many of those tendencies. I saw a lot of myself in you, and frankly, it was scary. You didn't speak, Because you felt so shy about yourself. You didn't let your emotions take up any room. You pretended to be fine 24/7, in order not to be an inconvenience to anyone. You adapted to your surroundings, to fit in, as if though you wanted to be invisible. Everyone was working towards getting you out of that. They helped you grow more confident, more outspoken, and braver. I didn't want to ruin that by showing you a shit example. OMG Hyung. With all due respect and love. But you're so stupid. Wow, fuck you too then.
I'm everything that I am because of you.
And the others, I do believe that. But I've always had the ability of reflecting things, you know? I may take on qualities easily. But that's because I like being a puzzle, made of my favorite people. Makes me feel like I'm made of so much love. But it doesn't just happen to me. I always contemplated what I admired most about you guys, and then I tried to become more like that. I obviously know that you struggling with emotions is nothing to aspire. I've always understood how badly it hurts you, and how it can hurt others. Especially because I used to be similar in many ways. The fact that you'd keep me at a distance, to protect me from you is just... Ugh Hyung. You're nothing I need, or want to be protected from. I'm sorry, okay? I just figured it was better if I let you in another way. Through written words. Because I'm better with that.
I don't say what's on my mind quite as much as you'd like me to.
Or what's on my heart. But I can write well, about everything I wish I could say. Hyung. I don't know if I want to hug or hit you. You're such an idiot. But it's also very cute, that you would even consider these things. Maybe I was thinking a bit too much. Yes, you were. Do you know how often I was wishing for you to spend more time with me? How often I sat in front of Genius Lab for actual hours, when you refused to open that stupid door. I'm sorry if I hurt you, that wasn't my intent. I thought being closer may hurt you more. You struggle with this one thing, yeah. And that's not great, sure. But that doesn't mean you don't have a million other qualities, that I love, and look up to. You can't just forget about those things Hyung.
I wish that you could see my point of view, as someone staring back at you.
I know it's hard to live with your heart, not your head. You said it yourself, we're similar in that regard. I also think too much. But you need to get out of your head some more. I'll drag you out of there if I must. Promise me you'll never try to protect me from you again. You're nothing that I need protecting from. Fine. Promise me. You demanding little shit. I promise I'll try. Good. You're human, I'm human too. But I'm not scared of seeing the most human, and most vulnerable parts of you Hyung. I want you to strip down your skin, and let me have a see at what's beneath. Even if not all of it is pretty. I'm the Pusan baddie, I can take it.
I wanna pick you up and scoop you out. I want the secrets your secrets haven't found. Paint me in trust, I'll be your best friend. Call me the one, this night just can't end. Oh, will you share your soul with me? Unzip your skin and let me have a seat. Paint me in trust, I'll be your best friend. Call me the one, this night just can't end. Oh, paint me in trust, I'll be your best friend. Call me the one, this night just can't end. Oh, I'm so human.
Never say you want me to strip down my skin ever again. Makes you sound like a disturbing love child between Jimin and Hannibal Lecter. Don't worry Hyung, I only eat Tae. Jun's not here, and you be wilding, damn. Well, anyway, back to the point. What is the point? The point is that from now on, can you please try talking to me, instead of me having to steal the words you want to tell me anyway. I told you it's hard. I know. But you can try. Just treat me like your diary Hyung. Make me your diary. Talk to me in poetry. In metaphors. In prose. In whatever makes you feel most comfortable. But talk to me. I'm not afraid of you. Okay, be my fucking diary then. The day he entered our life, I thought he was a devious natural catastrophe. Shaded in the color of monsters from the past. I quickly realized he had the potential to open portals to a life I was no longer living. But perhaps I was a fool, for I thought like an avalanche, a tornado, or a landslide, he was a heavy force that wasn't common in my world. That he would be a one-time occurrence. Soon, nothing but a mere memory. But he turned out to be a bird. One that flew by, and sang in front of my window, again and again. In tunes that made demons rise from the hell within me. Some, that I had pushed down for so long. They now roared, and filled my head with voices, that couldn't be outdrowned. A melody repeating itself over and over again, one I had hoped to have forgotten about. He flew past our lives, stayed for a while, sang his painful song. Then he left, just to hunt me in my thoughts, and dreams. And quickly, he became my insecurities. I didn't feel strong enough to bear the beasts he awakened in me. So I labeled it jealousy, what else would it be? But trying to live a lie only goes so far. And one day, the monsters unleashed, spilled out of me, and started dancing in my room. They latched onto all of my home. But especially to one. He once was my hope, so of course it frightened him, to see what I had him made become. I yelled and I ran, but it all was no use. The answer in my head was clear. My home was threatened to be taken, whenever the intruder was near. And then we opened the window, for the bird to fly into your place of safety and comfort, didn't we? Making the painful melody echo in your head, louder than ever. And when I called him Hyung, it made you feel like your demons were right. So you exploded. I felt like the bigger of a presence he got, the more I was being dragged back into my past. Which I'm not fond of remembering at all, let alone have it be a constant whisper in my ear. Hyung, I would tell you how your fears are absolutely unnecessary. How this home we have won't ever be threatened by anyone. And I will tell you all that, for sure. But I feel like there's two people, who are waiting to tell you way more than I am. And who are worried sick, wondering what's up with you. Don't you think? So if you told them, what you just told me, perhaps in less poetically vague words, but if you told them it's hard telling them. In fact, these days, I don't know. The further I let them in, the more difficult I find it, to lower my guard for them. Because ultimately it's the two of them, who hold the power to potentially hurt me most. For they come closest to my darkness.
Maybe I'm a coward, kinda cautious. You can call me insecure.
You're not a coward, Hyung. It's understandable. But Jeop Hyungs won't hurt you. Darkness doesn't scare them. Well, Hobie Hyung kinda gets scared by everything, and Jimin hates the night. But they are not afraid of your darkness. I think the person who is most afraid of you, is you. As proven by how you think, you have to protect everyone from you. But the only one hurting you is yourself, by not letting them in. By having these walls up, that I think a big part of you, desperately wants to knock down. Don't you have that? What? That fear of getting hurt? I guess I'd rather live fully, and get hurt in the process, rather than having to force myself to hold back. Not everyone's brave like that. I'm not so brave, Hyung. You know, In many ways I admire you guys fighting like this. The fuck? Well, we all have our different fears. Yours is pain. Mine is loss.
And what is fear when no one knows what comes next?
I cannot fight with Tae like you can with Jimin and Hobie Hyungs. I'm so afraid of losing him, that I'd do anything to prevent an argument, that might make him do even as little as turn away from me. So in many ways, I wish I would dare to fight with him like that. Because it would mean I've stopped being afraid.
So yeah, I'm scared.
2. I'll remind you of those words, once you do fight for the first time. Please do. You know, sometimes I forget that you're actually pretty smart. Like Redman Hyung? No, like Jungkook. You're a bit like a baby vampire, who's lived through centuries, but is still way too excited about everything. Somehow wise, but incredibly annoying. Thanks. I guess. Be a wise vampire too, Hyung. And stop being afraid of yourself. Let your walls down. So your snails can cross the road. And be taken care of, by the two people who are least afraid of you. Anything else would be torturing yourself. And since you're a cat, that would be animal cruelty. Which I cannot condone of. If you call me a cat one more time, I'll be committing animal cruelty on you, you bunny bish baby. Bunny bish baby. You're supposed to feel insulted, not laugh. Hyung, you literally just told me that you write a special diary, just for me. Which is you saying, I love you JK, in the softest way. So pardon, if I don't feel particularly attacked by your hissing right now. Fucking hate you. I love you too, Hyung. Now let's get out from under the sink. We both got boyfriends who need us. And my ass is cold. Say ass in front of Jin, and he'll spank you until it's warm again. So, what are you thinking?
Maybe I should start speaking my mind, 'cause my heart won't stop screaming inside.
I miss them so fucking much. Then is it finally time to stop running, and stand still? Are you ready? I think I am. Let's go then.
Let's get it! Let's gotta kick it!
Many minutes later.
Hobie was sat on one of the chairs in front of Tae's hospital room. His gaze was glued to the floor, as his mind played a movie, showcasing all the mess that had ensued, ever since that night, when Jimin seemingly had gone missing. How did this fight result in such pain on all ends? The boy was so caught up in his head, that he didn't realize the door in front of him was slowly opening. Not even the slim figure sitting down on the chair next to him seemed to catch his attention. It wasn't until he heard a muffled voice making its way through the cracks of his thoughts, when Hobie slowly shifted back into reality. The voice sounded warm and familiar. Like coming home. Jimin. At the realization, Hobie immediately lifted his head. Their gazes met.
We made quite a mess, haven't we? Yeah. But you're the least to blame. Maybe if we hadn't been such idiots, and refused to tell you everything, it all would have turned out differently. True, you are idiots. But I am also one. Maybe if I had made you understand more clearly, that I was willing to listen, instead of getting so angry, it would have been different too. Maybe if I would have gotten over myself, and talked to you, then we could have been there for Yoongi, rather than pushing him. But what ifs aren't going to get us anywhere. The mess is made, and we'll take care of it. Together. If you decide to let me be part of it this time. You were never not part of it, Jimin. Even if we made you feel like it. Let's do this together then? Yes, together. In true high school musical style.
Hobie reached for Jimin's hand. He placed it gently between his palms and brought it up to his lips, placing a soft kiss onto it. A faint smile painted itself on Jimin's lips. He'd missed this so much. Suddenly the sound of footsteps filled the corridor. The pair didn't expect much. It was probably just another team of doctors and nurses rushing by. But much to their surprise, Jungkook and Yoongi made their way around the corner. Yoongi's eyes lit up at the sight of Hobie and Jimin sitting hand in hand. As much pain as the night had caused Tae and him, at least something good had come from it.
Yoongi. OMG, are you okay?
It was an instinct that made both of the boys rise from their seats in perfect synchronization, and stepping closer towards Yoongi. They both felt drawn to hugging him. But at the sight of clear nervousness and distress on the boy's face, they held themselves back. In situations like these, Yoongi normally wasn't fond of physical affection.
Where were you? On the run from myself. Again. Thank you for finding him, Cookie Monster. Call me the cat catcher. Fuck you. I believe Hyung has something to tell you guys.
Jungkook gently pushed his elbow into Yoongi's side, encouraging him to go through with his plan of finally letting some walls fall.
I'd like to stand still now. With both of you. If you'll let me. We'll always let you. Yes, we'd love nothing more. Can we go home? I can't do this here. Of course. Or would you rather stay with Taejimin? Then we can postpone. Tae will survive the night without me. After all, JK's back now. So I probably wouldn't get many cuddles anyway. Since this hospital bed is not big enough for 3 people. And piling on top of each other is not an option, due to Tae's burns. Let's say goodbye to our baby bear then.
The 4 boys stepped into the hospital room. One after another, with Jungkook going in first and Yoongi shyly entering last. Jungkook immediately approached Tae with a soft smile drawn on his lips. He wasn't sure how it was possible to miss someone this badly, after having been separated for only 2 hours. But it had felt like lifetimes. Gently he leaned forward and placed a kiss on Tae's cheek. He had almost gone for the lips next, but then remembered that Jin was standing only a few feet away from them.
Hey! How are you doing? Goody good. Look, they got Alice in Wonderland.
Welcome to Wonderland, we've got it all. Potions and pastries that make you grow tall. Forests and cottages, castles and carts that can talk.
A cat too. Jimin could use some of those growing potions. I hate you so much, you giraffe-sized bunny baby. The cat reminds me of...
Tae's arm shot up in the air, pointing at Yoongi, who had now also moved closer to the bed. He quickly pulled his arm back with a pain-ridden expression though. Being so distracted with Alice and her Wonderland, Tae had completely forgotten that he had gotten injured.
Yoongi Hyung Ibungi. Wow, you really are loopier than usual.
Yoongi stood in front of Tae's bed now. His expression was unusually soft and warm.
You okay? Does it hurt a lot?
No.
Do you hurt a lot? Yeah, but I'll try and stop hurting myself now. So is it okay if I steal Hope and Chim? Or do you want all of us to stay? If you want us to, we'll stay.
His tone was soft and gentle, as if though he was afraid that his words might cause Tae's injuries to act up again.
Is okay, Hyung. Please go take care of your snailies. What is it with this boy and snails today? I don't think we have to understand that. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow morning. August promise? August promise.
Yoongi slowly moved to the right side of the bed, where Jin and Namjoon were stood, leaning on each other. Their gazes followed Yoongi as he reached out his arm towards Tae's head. Midway through he stopped, as if though an inner voice was telling him to pull back, but he didn't. Instead he placed his hand on top of Tae's head, and patted it before ruffling his already messy hair. At this point everyone in the room was watching the two with bright smiles.
Aww. Stop smiling, assholes. Hope, Chim, let's get away from these crazy people. Bye my lovelies. Look after my soulmate. See you tomorrow fellas. Rest well brother bear. Try and...
With those words the trio disappeared through the door and into the corridor.
I got's head pats. Yes you gots.
In his bed, Tae scooted over to one side, patting the now empty space beside him. Jungkook understood immediately. Carefully he crawled into the bed next to Tae, placing his arm around him. Tae leaned his head on Jungkook's shoulder as he kept grinning at the pink cat on the television.
I reckon we should leave too. Are you crazy? My angel is in hospital, I'm not leaving. I will stand in this exact spot, until the doctor comes in, telling me I can take my baby home. Jin, he's okay. Look at the two of them. He's well taken care of. It's been a stressful day, so you should rest. Cook will definitely call, if they need us. You know he will.
Jin stared at Namjoon critically, then looked back at the bed, where Tae was watching the TV, letting out soft giggles. All while Jungkook was watching Tae instead of the movie. At the sight of the two, a smile formed on Jin's lips. His gaze wandered back to June.
Fine, let's go home, Juna. No, we're not going home. Yoonminseok need to figure things out, and I think we should leave them some space for that. True. When they do figure things out, I don't really wanna have to listen to what comes next. They've been private party deprived for over 2 weeks now. Oh god, they'll break the bed, won't they? I don't want to know. Let's just go to my studio. The couch there may not be the most comfortable thing, but it'll do. You owe me a massage, Kim Namjoon. I'm not good at those. Just use Stanley's coupon. Speaking of Stanley, I desperately need to apologize to Yoongs. That can wait until tomorrow. He knows you well enough to know that you didn't mean to hurt him. I hope so.
June nodded reassuringly. He intertwined their fingers and gently pulled Jin with him towards the door.
Is it okay if we leave you two alone? Of course, Hyungs. I'll take good care of Tae, don't worry. Good nighty, Hyungs. Call us if you need anything. Hyung is.
Only one call away. I'll be there to save the day.
We know, Hyung. Super Mini Moo got nothing on you.
Jin loosened himself from June's grip and approached the bed.
Rest well, Angel.
He first placed a kiss on Tae's head, then did the same to Jungkook, before grabbing him by his turtleneck sweater.
This stays on, or I will find out. And then I'll lock you in the basement, where rats will bite your fingers off.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Jin let go of the youngest with a content smile. He walked back towards June, intertwined their fingers once more and walked towards the door. Namjoon waved his goodbyes before the couple left the room. Tae nuzzled up even closer to Jungkook, who had put his arm around him.
Yoonminseok Hyungs will be okay again, righty? Well, if they love each other even just a fraction as much as I love you, then there is no way they won't make it through any storm together. I'm crossing my toes for a good weather forecast in Yoonminseok paradise. Why cross your toes, not your fingers?
Jungkook looked down at Tae, who suddenly was peacefully sleeping on his shoulder. The youngest smiled to himself as he brushed his fingers through Tae's curls. Then he closed his own eyes too, hoping for blue skies and sunshine in the morning.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this chaos, please like and subscribe. Much love, amigos, and until next time.